Get used to it.
It's kind of like Rocky Top.
I was going to say, it's either this or Rocky Top.
I hope Mark Harr is listening, our other color commentator for me.
I mean, I'm a UVA fan, but I don't hate the Hokies. They're a Virginia team, so I still root for them, except when they play UVA.
So 8 minutes up on the clock as the Cats getting set to be introduced. I believe I see Jake Johnson sitting down, so he's going to be a starter tonight. He hasn't been starting a whole lot, but again, like you said, Coach Razik not afraid. Inman, of course, we talked to him last night for Sports Chat. He'll be the point guard. Tyler Strong, 37 points last time he faced Marion. And again, he's just a sophomore, but he don't play like one. And there's Gavin Austin, Jake Johnson. Jake's really the three-point threat for this team, even though everyone else is pretty good from there. Will Brown also in the post. Also, the Cats played Lebanon, earlier this week or earlier in the year, just a couple of days ago, and Johnny Wynn had 10 points in that game.
Well, I was going to say, he was one of the guys I want to talk about. He's played well for them last few games. He's been starting the last few games, and he's really been great, giving them great defensive minutes. I mean, he's been kind of like a Maya out there, getting those steals and knocking those balls away. Right. Be interesting tonight. Will Brown, I think Will Brown is maybe his first time he started this season. Be interesting here.
Strong will jump against McNeil, and the ball's controlled by Marion to start it off. Marion in all red, white stripe down each side. Marion across the chest. Cats in all white with orange trim and a black Virginia across the front of their jerseys and Under Armour. Marion in the Nike all red uniform. So Marion trying to probe here as Devin Wolf gets it, dishes it back out to Osborne. Osborne, a good pass underneath, and Kelby Ford puts it in. 2-0 Marion as the running back from football season. Ford starts it off here with 2 points. And a quick look on the other end. Will Brown comes up empty and misses. Marion takes it back down the floor to lay in, no good, and rebound goes to Gavin Austin. Track meet early. Tyler Strong layup, right hand, got it on the other end.
It's interesting that I don't really know why Ford passed it back. He had a wide open layup. I don't know, maybe he was off balance a little bit, but he had the wide open layup. I don't know why he passed it back. He took one extra pass.
A little over the shoulder shot there. That was odd. Will Brown trying to get the jump ball, had the ball in his feet, in between his shoes.
That's interesting.
Ford ripped it out. I thought they were going to call a jump ball, but I guess you really literally have to have your hands on it. But that was definitely a unique. But it goes to the Cats. Anyway, I think they said it might have been out of bounds before the fact. 7 minutes on the clock, 2-2 here in the first period as Inman tries to go inside with a bounce pass. Underneath, he was throwing it to nobody there, though, as Brown turns it over. Brown throwed it inside to two Marion defenders. Get it down on the block, a turnaround, and he made it. That was Zach McNeil, now 4-2 Marion.
And that's what I was talking about. We got to avoid those turnovers.
Here's Gavin Austin, a wide open look from the left wing, just missed, and it hit the top of the backboard, and it'll go called out of bounds. We saw that in the girls' game. They didn't blow it, but right there it hit off the top, and they blow the whistle to go to Marion.
I don't know.
They put a little bit of pressure on here for the Cats as they try to pressure it up to a half court. Marion goes in, open forward on the wing, drives, gets contact, and the basket. Kelby Ford again. If he sounds familiar, it's because you hear a lot of him during football season, don't you?
We did.
You had to deal with him for 2 games. Definitely not from a defensive point of view. I mean, he's a great player, but you'd rather have to worry about other players, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
He's good.
But, the defense aspect of it, I mean, I like to watch a good running back, run and run hard and get those tough yards, and that's exactly what he did for Marion this past season.
Ford makes the free throw, 7-2. Marion with the lead. Turnover on the other end, and it goes out of bounds off of Brown. Looked like Ford could have been the last to hit it, but it goes out of bounds off of Virginia High, so they'll put a little bit of pressure on here in the full court.
Like I said, we have to avoid those turnovers.
Wolf will bring it up the floor against Johnson. Wolf on the left wing, spinning, gives it back out to the top to Ford. A good pass as they get it back out now. Try to get into their offense. This is Wolf, the senior, had 14 points, 10 boards the last time they played Virginia High in Marion. Wolf probing, gets contact, goes up, misses long, but the board comes down. Vance throws it back out to Wolf. Another miss, and a rebound underneath goes back to Marion. It's 3 straight boards, and they finally get a shot in as McNeil comes up with it after 3 misses for Marion on the same possession.
But there's a lot of contact there. But again, I don't understand. Down at the other end, Marion took an extra pass. The guy he had got the rebound and just put it right back up. I don't know. That could hurt them later.
Johnston drove it from the left wing down the baseline with a left-hand floater and got it. Cuts it back to 5. 9-4, Marion with the lead. So Johnston able to slow up the Marion attack there, making the shot. Now Marion trying to probe on the right wing. A little walk, an extra step taken there, extra couple of steps from Vance, the senior guard who had 19 points against Tazewell 2 nights ago. He traveled. Turnover goes to the Cats as now Johnston tries to push it in transition. Ball's loose and turned over. Another turnover as Osborne takes it down the floor. Austin tries to get the block, but a good play, good ball handling there as he puts it in with the left hand. 11-4, and we got a whistle. Looks like it'll go against Ford.
I think
what are they going to call?
I guess against 24.
Must have been away from the. It'll have to be 24. It's on Caleb Osborne. That's a big foul there early. 4:58 to go here in the first period. As Johnston checks out for the Cats, and now Johnny Wynn. We talked about him right there at the opening tip, and he's out on the floor.
He gives us energy defensively.
11-4. They try to get a bounce pass in on Wynn, and it bounces off the foot.
Yeah.
Could have probably been a kick ball, but
should have been.
Wynn gets it out to Strong. He takes a 3 from the top of the key and missed. Marion coming back down the floor, nearly forced a turnover, but Vance goes in with a right hand and a good move to finish.
I tell you, they're letting them play a little bit. There's a lot of contact out there, a lot of hands. They're letting them play.
Inman trying to run through a crowd, and he got it poked out. Here comes Vance in transition. And
a turnover.
He gets picked by Inman. Marion
got to get the ball across. Let's go.
Now Gavin Austin's got it up past the timeline. Dribbling through, jumps up and makes a good jump pass. And now Wynn will bring it back out, and they'll try to settle it down. Let's see what Inman can do from the top. Back out Austin. Austin looking for a screen. He gets one from Will Brown, dribbles it out to the center of the key. Now Strong with it, driving, right hand. Hits off the front, doesn't get the roll, and Brown nearly comes down with the board, but it goes back to Marion as McNeil's got it.
There's Wynn again trying to get another steal.
Yeah, Wynn very quick, deceptively
he knocked it away.
Poked that one away from Wolf, and here comes Strong in transition, and what a play by Kelby Ford, running step for step with Strong, was able to poke it out of bounds. It'll stay Bearcat basketball, but that's a good play there by Kelby Ford. Now Sean Watkins looks like he's going to check in. Couple of Marion players checked out. A couple of those starters, 2, 3, and 4. Vance, Wolf, and McNeil have checked out of the ball game.
Be interesting. I feel like we're missing a few players on the bench tonight. I feel like we don't even have a few of our guys here. So I know you talk about early being ill, sickness and stuff. I feel like there's a couple players that may not even be here for us tonight.
I don't see Clifton here at all. Dalton Taylor's here. Johnny Wynn
with a 3.
Got the 3 and made it 13-7. Cats hanging in here with Marion. Is now after the make. Wynn's not giving up. Nearly forces a steal, and he does. In transition, other end. Wynn goes in for the right-hand layup. And there's 5 points for Johnny Wynn. A timeout, Marion. And you said it, energy. And wow, Johnny Wynn. We called the first game against Addington, and he was felt like he was still kind of feeling his way, trying to get used to everything. He looks like a totally different player now as he's settled in. He's
played well for them the last few games, and like I said, he's given them a lot of energy on the defensive end. And just right there, that easy layup right there, and he's hit a 3. I think you said he had like 10 points in their last game, maybe. Yeah. So like he's played well for him. And like I said, he started the last few games, and it's interesting. Like I said, Coach Rasmussen seems to change his lineup from game to game. So it's interesting how tonight plays out, especially when we're missing a few guys over there.
Yeah, Johnny Wynn has 5 of the Cats' 9 points, and he just came onto the floor about 2.5 minutes ago. 13-9, the lead for Marion. As the timeout again brought to you by State Line Motors. Elbow thrown there, but Wynn knocked down, but no foul there.
They're letting them play.
There's a 3 from the left wing, and he sunk it. That's Kyle Robinson, a sophomore. He'll play the point, but he also plays some shooting guard. There's Wynn, a 3 in the right wing. Missed short. He almost got his own board. Here comes Austin, left hand on the right side, or the left hand on the drive from the left wing, and here comes Marion in transition.
I think Wynn knocked that ball away, but Marion got it back.
Yeah, just hit it too long. And Wynn's everywhere where the ball is, really. He's just kind of a roving defender. Right there. Blevins passes it out. A three. Missed short. Strong comes down with the board nearly. Actually picks it away off of Blevins. Here comes Strong with the jumper. He'll pull up, and it rattles out. It spun around. There was a push underneath.
Yeah.
And they end up calling a travel on the Cats. Now, that was a bad call. I don't usually say that, but Ty Blevins got away with a shove there. Watkins was still sliding on his rear, and they called a travel.
I just at times I don't understand how you miss it. What are you looking at? I don't get it at times. That's it's clear as day he got pushed, but
Coach Razik down there pleading his case. He saw it. Johnny Wynn trying to get a steal, ends up on the floor. It's 5 against 4 down here on this end.
He's
Marion driving baseline, right hand got it. That's Austin Wyatt from the baseline. That's one of the other seniors on this roster. Now Inman trying to drive. Got to watch out with so many bodies in there, but he keeps it. Now Strong driving, pulls up jumper, rises over and makes a shot from the free throw line. That's something he's really good at. He's already got the height working for him. Then you add the fact that he can get up there. It's almost like he can just place it in the basket from there. The ball's loose on the floor. Marion able to keep it without the travel as it was sliding with it. Watkins gets the board. And they call a foul underneath on.
No, I think they call goaltending.
Goaltending on
one of our kids, I don't know if Tyler or not, they hit the rim. They pulled the rim.
20-11 the score.
I mean, that was a good call. That one of our kids, I believe it was Tyler, he did hit the rim.
Mazoff checks back, or Mazoff gets the points out of that one. Now Inman drives it. It's a 9-point lead for the Hurricanes. Will Brown has it on the baseline on the right wing. Now here come the Cats. Strong on the back end. Good backdoor. Strong goes in for the dunk, but comes up short. And here comes Marion trying to push it in transition. That was a look there. Might have tried to put the highlight reel on a little too quick.
Block there by Austin. The block there by Gavin.
Block on this end. Yeah, Gavin comes up with it. Now Tyler Strong trying to get it in transition. Right hand contact and the points. Wow. So even after the missed dunk, he comes back on the other end, doesn't give up, puts up a floater from close to 7, gets it knocked down in the process and puts it in. And a lot of emotion after making it. That, to me, that's more impressive than a dunk.
It is. It's huge.
Rohan Spike out on the floor. Now Johnny Wynn will get a break, along with Sean Watkins as Will Brown back out.
But that's a good point you made there. He missed the dunk just a few minutes ago. He comes back and he makes that shot right there. That's huge.
Yeah, comes right back down the next possession and gets the and one, and he puts it right through. And we're back to a 6-point game. Oh, blocking foul on Spike. He forgot to move his feet there on the inbound. And Spike called for a foul. That is his first, team's second. Both teams sharing 2 fouls apiece. And Spike, one thing about him, he's quick, but he is usually one of the first ones to foul out. I don't think we've called a game yet that Spike has not fouled out.
It's interesting you say that. He does seem to get a foul call on him quite a bit.
Didn't box out down there after the miss, but a steal by Inman as he tries to get it in transition. Left-hand layup, and you saw him there. He looked back at his defender, sort of get an idea of what he was wanting to do. He's very crafty with the ball on layups. Sometimes there's no way possible you'd think that he can make it, but he gets in there and just sort of moves the ball around.
Yep.
Foul inside on Strong as he goes for the block, and they'll get Wyatt. It'll send him to the line. He missed the shot. 4-point lead now for Marion. This has been a back-and-forth game. It's really been a sprint from one end to the other for each of these teams. And like you said, the depth may be an issue later for the Cats.
Well, I felt that we played them well at Marion, but we just had that quarter. We just had those few minutes where we struggled and turned the ball over.
All right, we're getting word that we're cutting in and out. We'll see if maybe it might be the Wi-Fi there. I'm not too sure as they make the shot. We'll see what's going on here. Everything should be okay as far as maybe we'll get an update from one of our listeners. Hopefully everything's sounding all right now as Marion's in transition after a steal. Misses the lay-in. That was Blevins. Now Austin pushing it in transition, gets it out to Brown. Baseline jumper, misses short. Puts back up by Strong. He goes hard to the floor. The foul underneath goes to Blevins. We'll see what's going on. I don't see anything with the audio. Could be wrong, but let me know if you're listening. Tweet us at VHS Bearcat Radio and let us know if everything's coming through clear. 23-16 the score.
Or if you're in Bristol, you can always come by the Bearcat Den.
Yeah. Come on by and catch a second half.